all the things that I do make a difference in the community with every car I see at the distribution and every person that walks away with food.
Well, at the beginning of the pandemic, like many of us, I felt very anxious. I was losing sleep at night, wondering how are we going to make it through this. And I started coming to the food bank, and it gave me hope. When I saw that there was food, plenty of food, and lots of volunteers and people wanting to help those in need, it just made me feel better.
Well, I knew this establishment right here, and it always was, what was it called, Rick? Kmart, okay? And then, well, I liked it anyway, and then I thought, everybody's like saying, oh, well, Kinsley's gonna give this, and Kinsley's gonna give that, or all these people, are gonna say, yeah, sure, but will they? And there is too many people who are starving in York, PA. We have children and don't know what some things are to eat. And, they need that. They need that for your children and to take care of yourself for your children. And we go to church and we go every day, and when I hear things like that on TV, and just 2 days ago, someone just didn't want her kid, and she didn't want to have anything to do with her kid. So that hurts. That hurts a lot, because I love kids, and our faith is so much that, and so wonderful. And when you go to church, you feel like you're doing something, you're just doing it, and we've got to keep it going, because look at all these people and all these people that help, and they can't give that up. Can't ever give this up. That's what I have to say. And it's sad when you see it on the news and everything. It's just, it hurts. And everybody needs to have money, and, well, not money, but when we come here with the cars and everything, it's rewarding. And some of them don't even have clothes on most of the time. So that's how I feel, and that's how I think it should be here.
Got it, Cheddar, and cracker cake. I need 2. I'm picking up for an older lady. All right, 2 families? Yeah, I'm picking up 2 families. She does.
Oh, wow. It's been a full year. We've, I guess, as a community, just had our ups and downs with everything going on with COVID. So I was here the very first day, and just kind of seeing how we've been able to progress with distributing food as a whole, as a food bank. We started our very first week. We had 6 cars come in, and they all lined up, and at one at a time we put in food, and it's just kind of completely exploded from there. And we've actually, I don't know, just it's really cool to see that the food bank as a whole has been able to kind of come together and make things so much more efficient. We're able to serve more people in less time. I think we started with 3 or 4 hours we had for distribution, and now we're down to 2 hours, and we're able to get in everybody who needs food. So it's really cool in that aspect. I was actually out in registration in the middle of the summer, and I walked up to a lady and I said hi. I try to be nice and bubbly when I'm out doing registration, and she looked at me and she just kind of broke down in tears. And she goes, I drove all the way from, I think she up in Berks County somewhere, and she's like, is there any way I can just get food? I'm feeding 12 people right now. My daughter has cancer. They were just trying to kind of make it by day. And I sat there, of course, distance from her, but I just watched this woman, I watched her cry. She drove an hour and a half to come get food because this was her only option. So she definitely sticks in my mind a lot. I actually saw her come through a few weeks ago, and she's doing better. I think her daughter is actually in remission, which is really great. But that was kind of the one, the one lady that stuck out to me.
Volunteering here, it really feels like our work is meaningful, that what we're doing has a profound impact on the community, especially now during COVID when so many families are in need of food and are food insecure. It is rewarding to be able to help an organization that's so needed right now.
So what got me interested in being in AmeriCorps is that after college, I really wanted to make change wherever I could. And I felt that before I could make any change on a large scale, that it'd be best for me to do it hands-on and at the lower level as possible. I really felt like being able to be there in the moment giving change is what really makes a difference. The experience so far has been amazing. I really enjoyed actually being able to be there and physically seeing the benefit the food bank has had and that I have had doing services like this. And it's been really like eye-opening and very humbling for me.
It's been a real year with the pandemic, and I just wanted to help out in any way I could. So I was working with the food bank and just loving the fact that they had lots of food and everybody was being blessed by it.
It's a very interesting program. It certainly strengthens me as a person. I've met a lot of people and had a lot of experiences I never would have had before I joined, and it's made me, I think, a more confident person. It feels very much like I'm valued as a member of the community and as a worker here. It feels like I'm doing good work and that all the things that I do make a difference in the community with every car I see at the distribution and every person that walks away with food. We've met a lot of people. Everyone that comes in is very appreciative, and they all show their appreciation in different ways. Everyone, I can't think of anyone specific, but most of the people who come here just are very thankful, and they always walk away in better spirits than they walked up here with. And I'm glad that I helped make that happen for them.
To follow on what was said previously, we're in a much different kind of facility. We used to have, we used to volunteer at the pantry off of Princess Street, where not only would we have other volunteers come in, but also the public to shop, whether it be individuals or organizations. Here we don't have any individuals coming in to shop. It's not open as a pantry. We sometimes see our friends from organizations, but they have to come in with a assigned time frame. So it's the whole structure is just so much more different. Then, of course, for us, we're wearing gloves, we're wearing masks, we're staying apart. So all those things just make things very different than the old days when somebody would come in, you'd recognize, you'd stop in the aisle and chat with them and see how they're doing and whatever. We don't have any of that here. But on the same token, we know that what we're doing is really important, because while we don't see the end users, we know that they're getting it through these organizations, and what we're trying to do is make it easier when the organizations do come in for their shopping period, because they only are allowed at like a half an hour. We try to organize things to make it easier for them to find what they need and be able to load up their pallet and and move on out, as opposed to just having a big mishmash of everything together. So every week we come in and we work on sorting, making sure that the vegetables and the canned goods are separate from the baking goods and the snacks and whatever. So and I also personally took a pause from mid-March through into July before they moved out here, and because I was concerned about exposure because of my age. And but I've been back now every week since July, and knock on wood, haven't had any issues.
Hi, my name's Hannah. I am the team leader for the AmeriCorps team here at the York County Food Bank. I got involved in AmeriCorps and CCC right out of college. I always knew that I wanted to do something to serve a community and get some real hands-on experience out in the field after studying more ideas instead of actual like hard skills. So now I am the team leader for a team of 8 people who are serving here at the food bank. So we pack boxes, we fill orders, we load and unload trucks, and pretty much just handle the upkeep of all the operations here at the food bank. So we're really enjoying our time here and are grateful that AmeriCorps put us here in York County. So here at the food bank, we do a lot of different distributions. We have our weekly Tuesday distribution on Tuesday nights, and then we also do mobile distributions. So throughout all of those experiences and really being able to be a part of the community and see the faces of the people that we are serving, that's just been a really good experience. As some of my other members said, sometimes our service, while still important, can feel a little removed from the communities that we're a part of. But living in the city and working here and being able to have conversations with the people that we're serving has been really, really cool and has definitely given us a deeper connection to this place.
Well, in the beginning, we started late March, and that's when we had up to 1,800 people, 1,800 cars, okay? It has decreased down to around 600 to 700, but there's still a lot out there, and I'm afraid, what I'm really afraid of, that we'll probably see more coming. And this organization has been very successful because of its compassion. And I feel that the more this organization grows, the greater help will be for the entire York County.
I've been with the food bank for 3 years, and the last year has been unbelievable. It's been phenomenal and hard and fun and extremely rewarding. I've enjoyed every minute that I've been here. In the beginning, I was here 5 days a week until we had to start serving outside, and then I've been outside in the parking lot doing registration. I was serving food. I was doing whatever needed to be done. I've had several people that have thanked us profusely and thanked me and want to hug me and give me cookies and just keep blessing me. And it's very emotional, and it's a very wonderful feeling. Some people are embarrassed to be here. Some people are grateful. There's such a mixed group of people that come. A lot of families, which is very sad, come with the kids like it's a day out, especially in the beginning because nobody could leave the house.
So being part of AmeriCorps, I really had no expectations coming into it. I had no idea what to expect. But we travel around a lot and just have a lot of meaningful experiences with people, and just the service we do is so fulfilling. So here at the food bank, they treat us a lot like the staff. So there's never a moment where we're not doing something or have our hands busy. But it's also very it has a huge impact. What we do here is a direct impact compared to a lot of other projects where we can't necessarily see how what we're doing is benefiting the community. There's a big difference with that here.
The economy, you just can't get nothing at the stores, money's low.
And we're glad they're doing it. I think we need a lot of love amongst us.
So I've been working at the food bank actually for about 5 or 6 years, but only occasionally. And since COVID-19 has happened, I'm here about 20, 25 hours a week helping supervise volunteers. And it's a great opportunity to be able to give back to the community and to help take care of those people who are food insecure. And there's a lot of people in York County that fit that category. And so anything we can do to help them is really great. So we have a great time of camaraderie and great time with all the volunteers as we work together. And we know we're doing a good thing. And that brings me, it warms my heart and keeps me coming back.
So I've been here, I think I started June of 2020. That my first week here was so overwhelming. There were so many cars here. There were a lot of people that needed food. Since then, it's definitely slowed down a bit, which is really, really great to see that. But this is such an amazing community to be a part of. I love helping people that really need it. And it's sad to see those people come back every week that need more food. But again, like that's why I'm here. That's why all these other people are here. So it's just a great community to be a part of, and I love being a part of helping people.
Well, it's been really a lot of fun. I want to help people who need help. It's the camaraderie, the fulfillment of helping people. So I enjoy it.
It's been different, been very different. We used to be in on Princess Street, and of course if people would come in to shop there. Now we only have agencies coming here. We don't go to Princess Street, Bob and I, anymore. We go here, and we organize things for the organizations that come in for their food pantries and so forth. So we're going through boxes and stuff and putting all the canned goods together, the soups and the vegetables and things like that, trying to organize so when they come in to shop, it's a lot easier. Very different. A lot of people that used to come in and volunteer don't right now because of health issues. They don't want to take the chance on getting COVID. And it's been different. It's nice here. You're kind of separated. You're not right up against anybody. You have plenty of room to work. So it's been different, but I do enjoy coming and helping.
It's been really satisfying to be able to help out. I'm fortunate enough, I'm retired. I had some time on my hands, and it's one of the things I wanted to do when I retired, to be able to help out. Actually, I started the year before COVID, but it really turned into something special last year and going into this year with the way things have turned out. It's just been gratifying for me that I can contribute some small part to helping people out who aren't as fortunate as I am.
I've been down at the food banks probably since April. We've done anything from packing boxes, sorting produce, cleaning up. We distribute every Tuesday. We've done probably anywhere from 600 to 800 cars, the whole way up to 1,300 cars. It's been hot. People have been very, very, very appreciative of everything that we've given them. We see people come week after week after week, and it's just been a wonderful experience.
This past year, obviously, we've seen many more clients. We've helped many more families. But I think one of the striking things about what I've learned is how unaware people were of the lack of food, the hunger in our neighborhoods prior to the COVID epidemic. My hope is that during this unfortunate time, we figured out some new ways, some new pipelines, some new ideas to help make sure that families don't go hungry anymore. Thank you.
You help someone that is in real need.
Yeah, and you see all these children that don't get much stuff, especially when you see all these little children that don't have much.
I started probably about mid-March when our governor did all the stay-at-home orders and everything like that, and they needed volunteers here because a lot of people had the pre-existing conditions and were staying home, and I wanted to be able to help out in the community, and I just came here, and I felt like I found purpose.
We were going to be on the front lines, whether we liked it or not, and nobody has, I don't think I've ever heard the word no come out of staff or volunteers' mouths during this whole event. Everybody has really been amazing and has really been pitching in different ways. We've got a lot of new volunteers, folks that were not familiar with the food bank prior to COVID-19. And so that's been wonderful. Unfortunately, many of them, have been laid off at their own jobs. And so, I think for them, this is a way of still staying engaged and finding purpose in what they're doing and knowing that they're helping people that might even be less fortunate than they are at this point.
It was fulfilling. It was great. And it's also good to be able to help fight hunger. And we had probably 1,300 people just around this building, this little tiny building. It was just, but you don't even realize it because you're in the motion of filling up the cars. Or at the time it was cars, but now we just try and fill up the carriages or the carts. So it's been a lot, and I still come here already into the new year, to a new March.
So hi, my name is Rosa Luz Catterall,
and I am bilingual, and I've been volunteering for the last, I would think, 2 months. And I speak Spanish, so I've been helping with these, I guess, with the Spanish-speaking people who are in need of resources, like food resources from the food bank. And it's been a very rewarding experience, not only because I can help my community, but also because I can spread the word, and I feel like I'm doing my part. Any little part I think counts, so this is my way of doing so.
Busy. These are difficult times for a lot of people, and personally it's been a blessing just to be able to help. There's a lot of people that could use the help and need the help, and fortunately there's some of us who are in position to help.
Well, it's been huge changes at the food bank, like everywhere else. What used to be a couple of hundred people at the most walking through this facility and picking out the food they want. Now everything is boxed up to avoid contact, to minimize contact. The saddest thing for me is that we can't get close to our patrons anymore. I miss hugging the people that I know well, playing with the children. I'll be glad when not so many people need the food bank, but I'm awfully glad that we've been here. It's a great joy to be able to serve our folks. So yeah, it's been the food bank management. Food bank's done a heroic job, but I'm sure we're all just waiting and hoping to be back to the old food bank sooner rather than later.
Well, for me, I'm retired, and this really gives me a real focus to my life. Every Tuesday afternoon, I can come over here and knowing I'm helping people and working in the parking lot. It gets cold, so it's been cold some days, but knowing there's something good going on, it's well worth it.
It's actually slowed down the last couple of weeks, but it's been very rewarding. I've heard more thank yous and God bless yous than I've ever heard in my life. So it's been well worthwhile.
I think he's going to have me put it in the back seat.
So for us as a chapter, because I'm a representative of the Penn State Alumni Association York County chapter, it has been phenomenal. We have learned a lot about the needs of our local community relative to the food insecurity, the impact that COVID has had relative to that. We've watched the numbers grow from 200 over at Princess Street to 2,200 was our high point here. So that tells you something about the need, and we're just so gracious that the food bank had reached out to the community for assistance, and we were able to provide that. For us, it's just been a learning experience for one, and two, just such a giving opportunity for us to give back to a community that has so embraced Penn State, your campus here. So at times it's just very sad as you see people who come through, they're living through their cars, but they are so grateful for the opportunity to get food and so hopeful. We see the hope in their eyes that, they're going to make it through another week and be able to get some more food than the next week, but hopefully a job opportunity will come in the interim.
Oh, it's great. The people are extremely appreciative. A lot of people wave and say hi. There's ones I've gotten to recognize. I'm always impressed with how the teams work together giving out the food. I've mostly worked in traffic, but it's just, it feels good and it's fun and impressive organization here too. Well, it seems to be affecting them all. At first, people were a little bit apologetic. I think the ones who sort of had a really nice car felt like they should say to me, I really used to have a good job, but I lost my job, and I don't hear that anymore. They're not apologizing. They just seem to be grateful and appreciative of all the food.
So it's definitely been a eye-opening experience. I mean, throughout the entire summer, I was here earlier in March, right around when the pandemic hit, helping with the York Revolution. We were kind of doing the setup and the prep, and you just see all of the cars that are coming in and lining up early in the morning to get their food. So it's crazy to think about how this year has impacted everybody, and back in 2020. The other organization, I was doing the distribution of actually the handing out of the food, so you get to actually see the people who are coming through the lines, and it's just a very vast demographic of people who come and get the food.
Well, it's been great. It's a chance to meet a lot of people, and you're doing a lot of good. Came out starting about 2 months ago when it was really, really cold outside, but the camaraderie of everyone working together as a team, and just seeing all the appreciation expressed by a lot of the families coming through has been quite a nice experience for me.
Well, last summer, my husband and I won't say we were depressed, but we were really not up. And things were a little tight, and we got a box of food from here. And I told him, I said, we ain't going to take unless we give back. And he said he agreed 100%, and we started coming in pretty regular. And it has brought nothing but positive vibes. Just totally a great experience. Rather than sitting at home and worrying about what's going to happen next, we've been able to make some great friends and do some good work, and it's just been a positive experience from top to bottom.
It's been wonderful volunteering, working with people with a good, healthy purpose and outlook on life. And it's definitely a good thing they're doing, and the food bank is doing also. Made some friends, but that's not the point. The point is we all got to help each other when we can.
Volunteering at the food bank has been very fulfilling. I lost my job, and it gives me something more to do, and I feel like I'm doing something worthwhile. I know there are a lot of people in this area who are food insufficient, and it's important that we help them out.
Hi, I'm here at the York Food Bank to help support the people here in our community in York County, and it's been a wonderful experience working here. I just love what I'm doing to help other people. It's been a great time here. People are wonderful, and it's just very helpful for the people who really need it.
The last year here has been a real rewarding experience. You get to help the people in need in York County, and we're here volunteering with the Penn State York Alumni Association. We've been doing it since they started here at the end of March of last year. I remember a lot of the people in the parking lot parking the cars. I don't know their names, but I always see they always say, God bless you, thank you. 99% of the people always say thank you. They recognize me, and I get to recognize the cars, and it's just good to see the people again. They stayed healthy through the whole year.
Hi, my name's Jim. I'm just honored to have the opportunity to help out the community during this terrible time. It's really nice to be able to give back, to have the opportunity to give back, and I appreciate this opportunity very much.
Hi, I'm a librarian in my regular job, but when I saw that they needed help at the food bank, I thought that I could help do that, and I can. I've been here every Tuesday helping distribute food or to control traffic. You can do it too. Thank you.
Have a great day.